Hello, welcome to episode 3 of the Ultimate Ironman. Last episode, we ended up getting 43 prayer, and we got the Ardoin Easy Diary done for the Ardoin Cloak 1. This episode, I just plan to do as many quests as possible and see where we end up. So yeah, let's get started. So we are starting this episode with a fresh inventory. Last episode, we ended up dying to an ant on our first trip to the boneyard and lost basically everything, and I didn't really care enough to get it back. It was just an air staff and some air strike casts, and I didn't care enough to really try to get it back because I expected to die a lot during the 43 prayer grind. However, before I started that grind, I put 7,000 coins into this coffer. I believe I have to be on an LMS world for this, but I'm going to try to pull them out right now. So we just withdrew our 7K that we put in there before we started the grind. So this is our starting cash stack. It's so nice having the Ardoin Easy Diary done because I can just infinite one-click teleport to Ardoin. So while we're here, we're going to get the clock tower quest done. Might as well. So for this quest, I forgot I needed a bucket of water, so I don't have a bucket right now. So I just traded with Terrell here for a bucket of compost for 20 GP, and I can just empty that. And now I have a bucket. Maybe the most expensive bucket of all time, though. 20 GP for it. Oh, fucking a 6. Sorry, I'll fucking protect from melee sooner, man. Jesus Christ. With that, we complete Clock Tower. It doesn't really give us anything other than 500 coins, but I'll take any GP I can right now. So since we're going to be in a relatively safe environment for a while, we're not going to be going to the Wildy anytime soon, I decided to buy back my air staff, and I'm going to buy a couple offensive runes here at Aubrey's. I don't know why I just spent that much money. Again, I'm a fucking idiot. So I basically just spent my whole cash stack on mind runes. Um, this is the second time it's happened. Big whoopsies, but we are going to just do some quests now and not think too much about it. I don't know what my dumbass thought I would need 10, 100 packs of mind runes. I need to like stop thinking I have a cash stack because I don't. So in October of 2024, there was a big rework for Wintertot where it doesn't use your hit points level to scale damage anymore. You just have a warmth meter. So you don't really have to rush Wintertot or keep your hit points low uh, before grinding out 99 fire making because one of the metas for early Ironman early on was to just get 99 fire making out of the way because you had low hit points. So you needed less food. You would just basically just use cakes. So that makes me think of when I really want to do Winter Tot because since I'm an ultimate, I don't really have the inventory space to hold all the rewards I get. I could get a looting bag and store a lot of them, but I wouldn't have like the herb lord level to use the herbs. I wouldn't have the crafting level to cut the gems. Uh, I would just be wasting a lot of space on stuff that I don't really need currently. It also changed how the reward system worked because before you used to get reward crates that would take up an inventory spot and you would use it when you had it. But now it's like Temporos where there's a cache that you have that builds up and you can basically just store infinite rewards. So one of the positives that I can see out of the 99 fire making grind would be all the construction levels that I'd gain out of it because I'm not entirely sure, but I believe from 50 to 99 fire making you should get about 70 construction if you start off from level 1, but I'm not entirely sure. As long as you're doing solos because the construction XP differs greatly between masses and solos. Anyways, I'm sure you can guess why I'm having all this talk about Winter Tot and if it's really efficient for me to do it because I'm doing a Witch's House right now, and this quest gives hit points XP. So it's just something to think about. So with that, we have Witch's House done, which got us from 11 HP to 25. So that's pretty good. And 325 total level. We're gaming. We're gaming. These 1,000 mind runes will get us to the finish line. And now we kill him. And now we kill him. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yes. That's fight arena done. That gets us up to 35 attack and 32 thieving. This guy's name is Captain Logoff, and I can't help but think they're trying to tell me something. That's Dwarf Cannon done. Gets us 9 crafting. So once I drop everything, I have 180 seconds to pick it all back up. So I am going to drop everything, rush in there, and then hopefully make it back in time to get all my items. Honestly, level 43 prayer is so nice to have. Just being able to protect melee on everything. It's waterfall quest done. That's a really big one. We go all the way from 1 to 30 strength and up to 40 attack. All without hitting anything, basically. So I have a few gems that I want to get out of my inventory. There's plenty of gem shops around the map. However, I am here in Varrock, and I'm going to head to Varlamore real quick. I already did the Children of the Sun quest, so I already have it unlocked. But if we go to Civitas, there is a gem shop right in the bazaar here. So we are going to go there and sell all these gems. So I got just under 10k in my cash stack after selling all those gems. So I'm going to head back to Rock here to Premio. And yeah, we'll just get on with it. So I figure for Demon Slayer, I need 25 free inventory spots. So I dropped all my cake. I have Pray for Melee, so I don't think the boss fight should be very intimidating for me. But I'm going to do Demon Slayer real quick while we're here in Varrock. Write that down. Write that down. So we're going to go into this boss fight with no food and just hope that Pray for Melee is enough to beat him. So we'll see how this goes. All right, well, this is ridiculously easy. Let's not fuck this up. Let's go. Let's go. Has Demon Slayer done? With that, we get 3 quest points and Silverlight, which I don't think I'm going to need really anytime soon. Alright, so if I ever need Silverlight back, I can get it back for 500 DP. So we're just going to drop it. Let's go. Collection log item. So one thing I learned during leagues was if you don't have a fishing rod for fishing contest, Grandpa Jack, just north here of the fishing contest area, you can buy one of his fishing rods for 5 GP. Whoa, what the fuck? There's a fucking hole to the center of the earth. What is going on? That's fishing contest done. And with that, we get 27 fishing. Not too bad. That's murder mystery done. Gets us 1400 crafting XP and 2000 GP. That's Merlin's crystal done. That gets us 6 quest points. So for the next part of Holy Grail, I have to go to Intrana. And on Intrana, we're not allowed to bring any weapons or armor. So how does an Ultimate Ironman store items without a bank, you may ask yourself? That is going to be with death piling. So whenever an Ultimate Ironman dies, their items are piled onto the floor where they died for an hour. So that basically means if we were to die, we would lose all of our items, but we would be able to go to Intrana, complete this part of the quest, and then hopefully get back to our items before they despawn. These death piles also stay where they are between worlds. So if you die in one world, you can hop to another and it'll still be there, I believe. But basically, I'm here in Edgeville where there are a bunch of nettles. Every time I try to pick these without gloves, I take 2 damage. So we are going to do this repeatedly until we pass away. And then we are going to go to Entrana. Dead. So now we're just going to head to Port Sarum and take the boat to Entrana and hopefully get back to Edgeville before an hour is up somehow. I don't know what would happen to where I wouldn't be back there before an hour is up, but you know, maybe I'll keel over and die at my desk. Who knows? Fuck, a dragon impling. I'm so close. I had to be here for about 10 seconds. So we are going to head back to Port Sarim and then go get our stuff. Yay, I made it. Yippee! So I believe I lost my Chronicle for about the 5th time. I think anything that's not droppable gets destroyed on death, but that's completely fine. I don't really give a damn. I'll buy it again. That's Ernest the Chicken done. I was in Draenor Manor for Holy Grail, and I thought I might as well get this done. So I'm not entirely confident in this Black Knight Titan fight, but we're going to see how it goes. And I can always teleport out if I need to, I think. So he has a max hit of 15, so he won't be one-shotting me, but he is scary. And I'm just going to try to punch him. Ooh, max hit of 6. Please. Let's go. Only took 30 minutes. So that's Holy Grail done. We get 11,000 prayer XP and 15,000 defense XP, which gets us all the way to 31 defense and 45 prayer, which is pretty good. Yay! Big levels. So we're leaving most of our inventory here. We're about to do Doric's quest, and that requires 12 inventory slots. So I have way more than 12 inventory slots, but I don't need anything that I'm leaving on the ground. Let's go. Doric's quest done. I just happen to have all of the materials on me. What a coincidence. Don't burn it. 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 Okay. So I figure while we're in Varrock, we'll do the natural history quiz just to get it out of the way. And to get 9 Slayer and Hunter. So that we're one step closer to getting those dragon implings I keep saying. Let's go. 1,000 Slayer and Hunter XP. Gets us level 9 in both. So I forgot about this. If you don't have cooked meat for the quest, there's some in this pub in Barbarian Village. I killed the bear for my meat, so I'm a little cooler than the average Ultimate Ironman. That's below Ice Mountain done. So with this, we unlock the Ruins of Camdazal, which is basically the free-to-play version of Motherlode Mine. I don't need to do anything here yet, but eventually I'm going to come here for the Encamdo Hammer, but that's not anytime soon, so we're just going to keep going on. So I want to do Knight's Sword next, and for that I need 2 iron bars. I could go to the Wilderness to get them, but with Varlamore, I don't need to go to the Wilderness to get them anymore. So just like before, I took the Quetzal and Varrock over here to Civitas, and I am going to go get my iron bars. So there are faster ways to get where I'm going. I'm going to be heading down here to the Sunset Coast because in the helmet shop there is a iron bar spawn. I could charter ship there, but I'm poor and I don't really want to spend that much GP right now, so I'm going through Civitas. So it's right here. There's the iron bar spawn. You can just pick it up, and I'm going to hop worlds and pick up another one. So I'm running back to Civitas because apparently there's a shop that sells red berries, and I need a red berry pie. It's right here east of the bazaar. This guy right here, he sells red berries, so I'm gonna buy 2 so I can make 2 red berry pies, just in case. I'm kind of going all over the place for this red berry pie. I just was in Varlamore for these red berries, and I went to the Gnome Stronghold for the pastry dough, and now I'm in Varrock for the pie dish. I simply can't make up my mind. Alright, wish me luck. Wish me luck. Fuck. Fuck! Please. Thank God. Fuck you. That's Knight's Sword done. Gives us just under 13,000 smithing XP, which brings us all the way from 1 to 29, which is pretty damn good. So there's an easy Falador task to smith some blue right limbs here on Doric's Anvil. So we're going to get that done real quick, and then we just drop those. So I'm here in Civitas, where I'm going to be spending a little bit of time training crafting. There are these charter crew members here which sell buckets of sand and soda ash. I'm going to be buying 10 of each and then running over here to this furnace, smelting it all into molten glass and then glass blowing it into whatever I have the level for, and then selling that back to the charter members. And I'll basically just be doing this until level 30 crafting because that's what I need for Shadow of the Storm eventually. I didn't even necessarily need to get 30 crafting right this second. I was just kind of wanting a break from questing and wanted to skill a little bit. And I always loved crafting, so I'm definitely looking forward to the more AFK grinds that I can do on the account because I'm a very low intensity player and I'm just looking forward to making progress on my second monitor. So we actually need 31 crafting for Lost City, which is a quest that we need for Fairy Tale Part 1. So we're going to bang out 31. We're going to stay for the extra level because we might as well. With this next one, we're going to get 30 crafting. We got one more level to go. All right, with this next molten glass, we are going to get level 31 crafting. I just enabled the level up interface, so I like it a lot more, but it does interrupt our actions, but that's okay. Anyways, we're done with the crafting grind for now, so we're going to get back to questing. So at level 31 prayer, you unlock the second floor of the Edgeville Monastery, which has the monk robes in them, which provide +6 prayer bonus for the top and +5 prayer bonus for the bottom. These are free and they don't have any requirements to wear, so it's always a good option to have. I think it's time to say goodbye to our camo top. We're not going to have the full set anytime soon, and we're not even going to be building up the costume box anytime soon either, so I think it's time to say goodbye. Leaving it on the damn bridge. One man's trash type shit. That's Black Knight's Fortress done. Gets us 3 quest points and 2,500 coins, which I'm broke, so I'll take any coins I can get. Oh my gosh, I'm an Aquarius. Period. That's Observatory quest done. 2 quest points and 2,200 crafting XP. That gives us 32 crafting. So for this next quest, I have to do a fight with melee, so I am going to go for a semi-long-term upgrade to our gear. So at the Arania rune crafting altar, there are Zamorak warriors, which, when killed, they have a 1 in 50 chance to drop a rune scimitar. So I'm going to be killing those until I get that drop, and that's going to be our best in slot melee option for quite a while. That's level 20 magic. This next cast, we're going to be getting a 25 magic, which gets us our first teleport spell, which is the Varrock teleport. Oh, let's go. 12,001 magic XP and the rune scimitar. Let's fucking go. I may or may not have died while I was looking away from a monitor, but we look hard as fuck right now with this rune scimitar, so we're going to go do some questing. First instanced boss fight on the UIM. If I die in here, I lose everything. So, let's hope I don't die in here. Fuck, the rune sim is so cool, dude. One dead dog. So for this next part of the quest, I only have 24 available inventory slots, and I need 50 pure essence. So it's going to take 3 trips, unfortunately, but we are going to get it done. That's Priest and Peril done. With that, we get 1,400 prayer XP and access to Mauritania. So we can officially start the Mauritania locked Ironman. On a real note, I actually do love Mauritania. It's like one of my favorite areas. The Meyer Key storyline is one of my favorites. So eventually I'm going to be at the Canifis rooftops for a long time getting the Graceful. So I just love Mauritania. Not to mention Grotesque Guardians are one of my favorite bosses. And I just love the Slayer Tower in general for Slayer tasks. Anyways, I'm here in Ordain Market because the silver merchant here, he sells a silver bar, and I need to smith a silver sickle for nature spirits. So we're going to go do that. So I didn't know this until just now, but there is a crafting store here in Remington that sells a sickle mold. So that's good to know. Fuck, dude, just like Swampletics. That's Nature Spirit done. So with Nature Spirit done, we just got a absolute ton of levels, but more than anything, we got over 500 total level. That is a really nice achievement. We're gonna keep it going from there. So for Lost City, which is a requirement for Fairy Tale Part 1, you need 36 wood cutting. I'm currently at 28. I think I might spend some AFK time getting 50 fire making, so I'll probably stay cutting trees a while longer, but I'm definitely going to get at least 36 wood cutting for Lost City. All right. So my first bond ran out just now. I just had to spend 1613 on one character to keep my membership. So this is the 2 week mark of the account. This is the progress I've made so far. Anyways, we're gonna keep going from there. Back to the slideshow. We just got 36 wood cutting though, which is the requirement for Lost City. So technically, I don't need to be wood cutting and fire making anymore, but I'm probably just going to go to 50. We'll see what happens. All right, we are coming to the end of the grind. We have 2 more logs to go. This log, we get 50 fire making. This is a very big level. Basically means we can do Winter Tot whenever we want. I'm still not sure when or if I'm ever going to do Winter Tot. I not sure what my preferred construction method is. Winter Tot is a very good option though for it. I'm just not too sure how I want to interface with it as an Ultimate Ironman. Since they changed how damage works at Winter Tot, I'm not really in any rush to get it done. I don't really have any use for the rewards, as I said way earlier in the video, and I'm just not in too big of a rush to lock myself into a prison. So 50 fire making is also a requirement for Desert Treasure 1, which is a requirement for Recipe for Disaster, which gives us the Barrow's Gloves. So it's something I wanted to do eventually anyways, so it's a very nice grind to get out of the way right now. Anyways, I'm probably going to end the episode here. I feel like I got a lot of good questing done this episode. We got over 500 total level, almost 40 quests completed. We're going to keep it going in the next one. I definitely want to get fairy rings next episode, so look forward to that. New modes of transportation. We love to see it. Anyways, feel free to like if you liked, and don't if you don't. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.